lunch also Dr. Dale Chapman, the president of Lewis and Clark Junior College. Everyone knows him and the great work that he's done at the college. And following some of the activities in the paper, considering the research center, I think the last one was in about a month ago, and they're about ready to finish up the center there. I thought that would make a great program, and he graciously accepted the offer to have the program for us and take us through a tour down there. So there's some other interesting aspects in all the involvement by the colleges in that. But with the National Great Rivers Research and Education Field Center, I'll let Dr. Dale Chapman tell us more about that and about the opening that will happen this spring. So let's give a warm East Alton welcome to Dr. Dale Chapman.
I've got a bell up here. I guess I could ring it if I need to. Well, Paul and I go way back. So you know, in fact, I knew his grandfather Herbert, and you know Herbert Hoover, if you know him. A few facts about Lewis and Clark Community College. It's really interesting. You know, the more you know a place, you're familiar and everything. You know, you make kind of assumptions in your head about what a place is. You know, I have a sense of what East Alton is, Wood River, and you may have a sense of what Lewis and Clark Community College is. It's been around here. We're celebrating our 40th anniversary this year, since 1970. And institutions have cultures, and organizations define themselves in terms of culture. And so I want to just, if I say community college, Paul used the term junior college, which is our historic name. People think of a square little building in a cornfield, or they think of a square little building on a city block. And there's an image that comes into your head about what a community college is, as opposed to if I say a university or a research center. Lewis and Clark Community College, if I said, what's the largest college in America? You might say Ohio State or Arizona State, or it's Miami-Dade Community College. They have about almost 250,000 students on 9 campuses. If I said, what's the most ethnically diverse college in America? You might say Berkeley or someplace like that. It's Los Angeles Community College District. They speak 115 different languages or dialects on their 7 campuses. They have about 150,000 students. So community colleges can be gigantic in terms of scale. In Illinois, we have 1 million students in community colleges. 60% of all the students in higher education are in community colleges. We have the third largest system of any community college in the nation. California's first. And the largest single community college in Illinois on one campus is College of DuPage, which has about 35,000 students. City College of Chicago has about 60,000 students on their campuses. Lewis and Clark, if you add up all of our students, credit students, our workforce students, and our non-credit students, we have about 25,000 students at Lewis and Clark Community College. We have 13,500 students. We're going to break a record this semester. We have 15 consecutive years of enrollment growth. And we have about another 14,000 workforce students. We have the largest workforce program of any community college in the state, including Chicago. We have 14,000 people here, getting their skills refreshed so they can work in the refineries and Olin and all the area corporations that we service. If our people don't have those skills, those workforce skills, and those safety training skills and all the things they need, they're not going to get the jobs in these industries. And they'll be importing people from other places to get those jobs. So we play a really, I think, critical role in keeping the employment base very strong and robust, and keeping the unemployment rates as low as we can get them. And we're counter-cyclical, so the worse the economy is, the more students we get, because people have to go back, retrain. Just to give you an example, we have a process operations technology program. There's 45 students in it. About a third of those students already have baccalaureate degrees in things they can't get jobs in. And there are process operations associate degrees, 2-year degrees, where you can start out with a good job, $60,000 a year starting at ConocoPhillips or in the Gulf of Mexico or in Midland, Michigan, and the refineries are hiring and they're building, as you can see, locally. So we have the largest nursing program in the state of Illinois when it comes to associate degree nurses. We have 320 nurses in our nursing program, a new $22 million building. Our nursing program is second to none, and a very dynamic program, including a nurse-managed clinic now, like an Insta-clinic, where we're treating uninsured people on the campus in Godfrey, as well as our students and their family, and our staff and faculty, any of you that want to come to our nurse-managed clinic. And this is a federal grant that we received, the first in the nation for a community college to receive a federal grant for a nurse-managed clinic, to show that community colleges, through their nursing programs and their dental hygiene programs, married with federally qualified health centers. Southern is an example of that locally here. It's a very inexpensive way to get health care the last mile. So everybody talks about solving the health care problem. We're actually doing it by extending our academic programs in the community in ways that keep people out of the emergency rooms and keep people who don't have insurance from letting things go too long, and diagnosing things and preventing things and doing wellness education, pre-school physicals, athletic physicals at virtually unbelievably low prices. We don't turn away anybody. Then we also have a mobile unit. So throughout our entire district, 7 counties, 220,000 people, we have nurse practitioners and dental hygienists that are out there in the parking lots at Olin, shift workers in Jerseyville and Macoupin County and Cowan County, setting up at nursing homes, getting people treated who are going without treatment, high blood pressure, and diagnosing problems. And so very proud of the Allied Health Program at Lewis and Clark Community College and what an impact it's having on the wellness of our region, all of which adds to the greater good. So that's a little bit about who we are. You say, well, what's a community college doing in research? I mean, isn't that a job for the universities? Well, in Illinois, the way this thing is set up and the statutes, community colleges were always defined since the early days of the invention of the system as having, by statute, the authority to do research. No one ever really did that before. In fact, no one in the country as a community college ever defined themselves as a community college and as a research institution in the same place or in the same organization. We don't want to grow up to be, the most frequently asked question I get is, well, gee, you're 25,000 students. I mean, when are you going to become a university? Well, we have SIU Edwardsville. You're right next door. Great mission. We partner with them really great in most colleges and working on the other ones. And so we couldn't be happier in terms of that sort of articulation, arrangement, and relationship. They have some great people over there, and we work really well with them. So that's their mission. Our mission, I think, is more noble. We have the better of the two missions. So I would not want to trade missions with them, because 99% of the people that we serve come from here, unlike the people that go to SIU. We have a lot of out-of-state people. No disrespect for that, but we serve local people. And they're going to stay here, they're going to raise families, they're going to earn incomes. And so we have a much bigger impact on our 7 counties than virtually anybody else does, at least at the higher education level. We do want to, though, do research in one defined area, and it's this river research area. Our partners for doing that are University of Illinois, the big flagship land grant. They're our partner. Also, the Illinois Natural History Survey. Illinois has one of the most magnificent natural history surveys of any state in the union. It's 150 years old. We know what the natural environment is